Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. This is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. On to get it started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Nashville. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Tennessee offense set to go to work for the first time. And at QB, the man signed to a big 4-year deal back in March. That's Ryan Tannehill.
Not only did Ryan Tannehill resurrect his career in 2019, he may now serve as a blueprint for quarterbacks looking for a second opportunity. He moved from Miami to Tennessee, took over the starting job for Marcus Mariota in Week 7 last year, and wound up leading the NFL in quarterback rating. And the Titans went 8-3 in his 11 starts, snuck into the playoffs, and went to the AFC Championship game. His future is bright in Nashville, and he expects to be the starter there for many years to come.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry, picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
The tackle made.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Yeah, Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Last year's All-Pro punter Brett Kern comes on for Tennessee. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Steelers take over.
The Steeler offense set to go to work, and once again at the helm, their longtime starter, that's Ben Roethlisberger.
And for Ben Roethlisberger, there are a lot of question marks coming into this year because he missed nearly all of 2019 with an elbow injury. And if he were younger, maybe not as many questions. But he turned 38 back in March, and now the Pittsburgh Steelers expect to see the old Ben Roethlisberger, who's thrown for over 56,000 yards in his career, leading their team.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Pittsburgh.
And there's a catch by Juju Smith-Schuster, and he's hoping there's plenty more of that coming. 2019, not the year he expected. Lost his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, early, dealt with a knee injury and missed 4 games, and his stats really fell. Just 552 yards through the air. But in 2018, what a big year he had then with Big Ben. 1,426 yards. He's hoping that the return of form of Roethlisberger leads to the return of form of himself.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and
nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Oh, man, can't do that.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Good catch there by Eric Ebron, and the Steelers are hoping that they see the 2018 version of this young man. 66 catch, 750 yards, and 13 touchdowns. And that was good enough for 2nd in the league with the Indianapolis Colts. The Steelers like to throw to the tight end. They hope Ebron is the guy.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Johnson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Roethlisberger's pass thrown away and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Ben to throw again. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
Pittsburgh.
No score after one on EA Sports.
No score.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Harold Landry with the sack, and the third-year player out of Boston College. He led the Titans in sacks last season with 9 total. And now with the addition of Vic Beasley, that should take some pressure off of him, and maybe his numbers might even jump.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Good catch by Deandre Johnson, and he really helped fill a void during his rookie season when he had 59 catches that led the team, and he was first among all rookie receivers last season as well. Not bad for the 10th wide receiver selected in the 2019 draft. Really good play. Expects to continue to get better in this Pittsburgh offense.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
3, Titans nothing.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Chris Boswell to kick
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. The carry here for their big tight end. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The tackle.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Devin Bush in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Back out here comes Pittsburgh's offense, and they're fresh off a Week 5 win against their in-state rival Philadelphia, 38-29. It's the 6th time that they've played since the turn of the century, and they're even now. Each team has won 3 games since then, but Charles, really the story in this one was rookie Chase Claypool. How about 4 touchdowns against the Eagles, something that no Steelers player had done since 1968.
Yeah, this has been a really impressive start for this rookie out of Notre Dame. They got him in the 2nd round, and Brandon, as you've noticed over time, Pittsburgh tends to find their best receivers in the 2nd round, not necessarily the 1st round guy, or even later. It's been amazing how they've grabbed those guys and developed them. Claypool, 4 touchdowns against Philadelphia. Now Pittsburgh's 4-0 for the first time since 1979. And guess what? They finished in the Super Bowl every time they've started 4-0 since that time frame. So they're pretty excited about that, about the opportunity. But I have one question for you before we talk about their schedule. Are you buying the nickname for Chase Claypool? From Canada, stature similar to Calvin Johnson's, who was Megatron. They're calling it Mapletron, coming from Canada. What do you think?
You know, I like it. It's catchy. Yeah, if he keeps playing like this, we can roll with it.
Listen, I'm going to roll with it if he plays like this as well. They're home for Cleveland next week. It's 3 straight on the road. Big one at Tennessee. Another big one at Baltimore. Then they're at Dallas.
That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
And the Steeler.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ready? Like 80.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time, so it's been a tough year for injuries. Some teams are playing around them better than others, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the year, but we wish all these guys who are hurt a speedy recovery.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Steelers' new signee for 2020, Dustin Colquitt, on to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
25-yard line.
Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Derrick Henry. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brett Kern now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
To Juju Smith-Schuster. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Steelers.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And a yard at the 35-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0.
Titans nothing.
So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Boswell.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Khalif Raymond now. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a very good first half out of the veteran, Big Ben. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Now this will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Harold Landry able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
That is 3 plays.
So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Returnable here from the 38. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 4th down, here's Stephen Gostkowski for the Tennessee field goal. This one from 46 yards out. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, he'll throw. To the right side and complete to Washington. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
First down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? First carry for James Conner. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now the third-year man from NC State, it's Jalen Samuels. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Third down.
They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
The tackle.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
A gain of 3.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6 at the 25-yard line.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger will throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now Roethlisberger. This is caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll look to run with Connor, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown.
James Conner taking it in. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark.
Chris Boswell to kick
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Raymond now on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. He's back to throw here to start the drive. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Titans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Tannehill throwing again. That is caught at the 7. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. 2nd effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And right away, he'll look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Connor, and he'll get it down here to the 43. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Connor. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.